Essentially, why we're here is let the public know that the board, together with our members, have approved and supported CSA's management plan in terms of the workings on the 654, which were the projected losses over the next 4 years. And having said that, with the approved plans that management now needs to go back home and implement, the revised losses for Cricket South Africa are now sitting at 350 million. We have also been given a mandate to continue working on these losses so that we can essentially turn the tide for Cricket South Africa and be at a break-even or even at a profitable situation once the 4-year cycle is finished. So there is still some hard work ahead of us that still needs to be inputted. From a cricket point of view, we haven't touched the monies that needs to be going to our members, but also to introduce that Corey's presentation around the structure of cricket was approved. So we have a 3-year phased process where we will see Cricket South Africa going back to 12 provinces, with obviously a plan on working very hard to make sure that in the 3rd year we are at a point where either Limpopo and Mpumalanga, or both Limpopo and Mpumalanga, become part of first-class structures, which will obviously then take us to 14 member competitions.
Obviously, with us collapsing the franchise system into the senior provincial cricket system, you will have lesser competition costs. Lesser costs associated with the competitions, and so over the next year, for next year we will already be seeing a saving because of the termination of the T20 challenge, which brings and then we will move in from 1 May 2020. We will be moving to a 12 affiliate, first-class affiliate structure, which then, when you look at the competition structure, then enables us to have a saving. It will mean less players in the long run, but what it will mean is that when we come to the end of April 2020, we will just not be contracting as many semi-professional contracts. We will now going into senior professional contracts. So although we will be having, we will not be renewing those contracts, we are going to have 71 more professional contracts, which means that 71 players are going to be in a better off position going forward. We are adding professional contracts, but yet we are not renewing some of the semi-professional contracts. So there's a saving, but there's an addition.
So we currently are actually funding a lot of the franchises. So even just the current structure, financial funding towards franchises, is majority from CSA coffers, which is why it was important that we then go through a domestic restructure. So like Tabang said, the funding is not going to stop, and it was coming from CSA to a large extent. But in terms of commercializing or trying to sell sponsorship, like you raised, for a smaller province, we've got we're going to put together a commercial product where we're saying that we, rather than selling individually, we might be able to sell as a collective in Cricket South Africa. But also what we're saying is that it might give opportunity to smaller local business owners who then want to get involved in cricket, perhaps not at a national level, but at a provincial level, and they can get a similar property to what would be received at a Gauteng or at a Northerns.
I'm delighted to be part of the team at Cricket South Africa, and particularly this new crop management that is dedicated to uplifting the sport and putting the betterment of the sport in the prime position of its purpose. From the commercial point of view, the aggressive optimization of the commercial assets is something we're going to be focusing a lot on. In the past, it is possible that that certain assets were not utilized optimally, and that is definitely my mandate, to make sure that the considerable assets are properly structured and packaged adequately and reach the desks of brands that we have a mutual interest in.